All right. So here we are. I'm speaking. And first and foremost, I just want to say thank you. I am grateful to be here today, and I want to talk about some things that many people are in disagreement with. Now, first and foremost, I am a firm believer of my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. He has brought me out of so many things, from strongholds to generational curses, or from abusive relationships to forms of manipulations, from self-destruction to from to abundance, to living my greatest life with having him as my center. All right. Now, with that being said, I just want everyone to know that I love Jesus Christ, and I'm able to say that. Um, I do not knock anybody for their beliefs. Okay, whatever their beliefs and stuff are, that is on them. You know what I'm saying? I don't believe in dark witchcraft. I don't practice witchcraft. I don't try to force myself to have anybody else to believe what I believe. I can only say that Jesus Christ is the savior that came to save me from a lot of things. He initiated me to becoming, having an understanding of who he is, or what the kingdom of heaven is about, what my mission and my purpose is upon this lifetime. I believe in all forms of knowledge, wisdom, and understanding upon every area of life. For it says, my people perish for lack of knowledge. You know what I'm saying? I believe that my mother is the mother of wisdom. I believe she is Shekinah glory. I believe that she is holy water. You know what I'm saying? I believe that my father is the foundation of everything that we see before our eyes. Okay. I believe he is the creator. He is the our stability. You know what I'm saying? He is our stronghold, our strong tower, and everything like that. And I'm just going to get into what it is that some people may be in disagreement with me, and I'm okay with that. You know what I'm saying? I'm okay with it, everything. I'm gonna say this though: God has brought me out of everything. You know what I'm saying? And whenever God has said it's time for me to stop doing certain things, I've done it just like that. You know what I'm saying? The Spirit will lead me and come on me to the point where I am gifted, and I have this thing, this is whatever, Father. You know what I'm saying? Thank you, Shekinah glory, for your manifestation upon my life, and it's done. Okay. Now I know that God has created me with a purpose. Everything that it was that I had done, I have like saying smoking cigars and stuff like that. I had smoked cigars and stuff like that, and I had picked up the habit. I just picked it up from out of nowhere. You know what I'm saying? And it's like God just he would do something for me. You know what I'm saying? And then can you please just save one for me? No, let me get that right now, actually. And I just saved for myself, pardon. Anyway, so I just picked up that cigar. Like I used to smoke cigarettes when I was younger, or whatever, like 13, 14 years ago. Right. And like 3 years ago, I had picked up the habit of smoking cigars. It just came upon me. Right. And I believe that it had something to do with crafts. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't into tarot reading or anything like that. And I don't even know how it opened up, because I was doing incense. You know what I'm saying? I was praying to the kingdom of heaven, delivering prayers up to God and everything like that. And I started doing cigars as a connection between me and the earth, and prayers coming from out of my body to the earth or whatever. And my daughter was like, you can't be like, you gonna start smoking those things, and you're gonna do it just to be doing it. You know what I'm saying? I end up attaching myself exactly to those very words. After that, I'm like, all right, I know I can quit at any time. Like, you know what I'm saying? But for 6 months straight, I'm gonna say about 6 months, I was smoking cigars. It started, with me just meditating as like a sage, and all those kind of things, you know. Um, I was like, man, I'm something upon my spirit just said I'm ready to stop smoking cigars. Everybody like, you ain't gonna be able to stop. I stopped. You know what I'm saying? That's just the way God does things with me. So it's the same thing with this tarot reading, right? Like, or tarot, I'm able to do readings, but I don't just do readings like right now. If you was ever to walk upon me, I could tell you your whole life story. I has, I have been gifted like that since the time I have been able to walk and talk. I had been, you know what I'm saying, looked down upon, you know what I'm saying, as somebody who's supposed to be a miss all that, or miss know it all, that type of female. And I felt bad about my gift for quite some time. You know what I'm saying? And having visions and having dreams and everything for a very long time, because it's like my family just like disapproved of it, or if I would say things, you know what I'm saying, they would turn their nose or lips and stuff up, or and I was always pleasing people. But the weird part is that I came from a family where all the women, especially women, now we have men pastors and all these kind of things. My grandfather pastor and stuff like that, and I came from a bloodline where all the women are able to prophesy. They're able to, you know, anoint, healing hands, all these kind of things. It's just who they are. Anyway, the thing with tarot reading and stuff like that. Okay, I want everybody to understand that if you don't believe in that kind of thing and you really believe that it's against what God command for you to do, please don't do it. Okay, don't cause your own feet to stumble. You know what I'm saying? However, I feel free and I feel as though that isn't anything wrong with tarot reading. I do not consort the dead. If I consorted to the dead, that means that Jesus Christ would be dead. That means that Elijah would be dead. You know what I'm saying? And a few other people that was brought back to life. In other words, what I'm saying is my ancestors. And what I ask is that the spirit, you know what I'm saying, protects me and shield me as I'm able to help and access somebody. Um, excuse me for a moment. All right, pardon you. All right, bless the name. I always ask that the Holy Spirit continue to shield and guide me from all harm, all hatred, all jealousy, envy, that I may be able to help someone else. You know what I'm saying, with whatever it is that they need. Okay, all these kind of things I do. You know what I'm saying, I have done. Um, to be able to assist people with certain things. I also understand that Tarot, the T was actually like an H, and it was like upside down. You know, the T usually turned to a Y, and it also can be used as an H and everything, which means Torah. Torah is a form of enlightenment. Okay, so I'm not going to become, you know, uncomfortable with what I feel comfortable with. But anytime that God say that this is not good for me, plus trust and believe me that I am going to let it go. Anything that does not serve my higher purpose, anything that does not serve your higher purpose, let it go. Let them go. Let it all go. It's not good for you. Your Jesus Christ one time says this. They say, who is my father? Who is my mother? It's those who follow the way, right? Anyway, we all have our path. We all have our journey to walk. Okay. So if I have a whole new tribe that I walk with and that I work with, you know what I'm saying? Then that's just what it is. Okay. I believe that the cards is able to continue to help people with open up certain types of portals. The problem come in when certain types of energies try to attach itself or trying to find a way in. If you're not protected, if you're not blocking, you know what I'm saying, the situation, or blocking people from hurting and harming you and stuff like that, it would try to find ways. Like sometimes they try to, you know, any way that certain types of energies try to attach itself to you or anything like that, then you know you have to make sure you continue to stay prayed up, have faith, live, love, enjoy life. You know what I'm saying? I'm able to excuse all the background noise. You know what I'm saying? I'm okay with any and everything. Anybody that's supposed to hear it and receive it is going to hear it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm grateful for everything that God has done for me and is doing for me. Okay. I understand that a long time ago during the ancient ways, that was the only way that they were able to communicate, and that's the same way I am an ancient civilization. My ancestors still dwells within inside of me. Their spirit still dwells within inside of me. They give me understanding of what is peace, what is harmony, what is love, how to love people, how to cause things to grow. Okay, all these kind of things. This is what Christ has done for me, is allow me to have understanding on how to ascend. Okay, how to manifest things, how to take something very small, very little, and how to become very blessed with it. I would like to elaborate amongst, Jesus Christ speaking and saying that you're not to commune with the dead. For example, you can hear some of the people yelling and screaming things that are very derogatory. Not saying that I do not speak that same language, but I normally don't. You know what I'm saying? But I am a very combative person. When I say I am a combative person, I am a combative person for that what is of the truth. I make sure that people who are of love and light and people who want to be broke free of all forms of strongholds, that they come out of the wilderness and into their kingdoms. Okay, I command for their thrones to be set up. You understand that they are able to be seated, and that they have the power that dwell therein it, the wisdom to be able to rule. Okay, that they understand their identity, okay, their powers, they understand their angels who works along with them. It is time for our people to continue to stand. It does not matter what color you are. It really doesn't. All this is a form of distraction to keep you from learning who you are from within. Okay, now I want everyone to understand that it's time to pick up your staff. Continue to raise your children. It does not matter where you come from. It does not matter what you've been through. It does not matter who you are. The only thing that matters is if you're willing to choose life or if you're willing to choose death. God commands that you live. Don't let nobody tell you that you have to lay your life down. God has risen and you must rise as well. Don't go around don't believe that you have to give up your gifts and stuff like that. If God bless you with them, they're for you to manifest. It's not for anybody to take and try to say, oh, I can do something better with it than, they can, or something like that. It's not for them to say that. These are your gifts. This is your power. You pick up your staff. You tell your gifts what to do. You show them the way. You know what I'm saying? Nobody can bless your gifts the way that you can bless your gifts with. I'm sorry if I'm pointing my finger directly like to that because I'm trying to place emphasis. You know what I'm saying? That you are a powerful individual and you must continue to grow. You know what I'm saying? Excuse me. We the people have to grow as a family. Okay, we were placed on this earth so that we can grow from each other. Okay, we were all connected at one time, even though we had different colored skin, even though our cultures were very different. Okay, we had one understanding, and that was for us to be united as a family, and that everything that is supposed to have life or that has life was to grow, and that we was to nurture it. Okay, that we would go and visit different cultures. Our mission was to grow as a human race. You know what I'm saying? To accept beings for who they are. You know what I'm saying? And to respect everyone, no matter what type of ethnicity they were, what kind of um religion they were into. We were able to, that was one of our forms of education, was studying different types of cultures. Excuse me. That was our way of getting to know each other. You know what I'm saying? That is how we continue to build our ascensions, both above as well as below. That means the deep waters. I'm not saying go past the equator. I'm saying like when you go swim very, very deep within the water, there are many treasures. That's the underworld, correct? Because our world is supposed to be, right there where the land and stuff is, and then we can go a certain distance to the water. That's what our world is called. But we understand that if we continue to go deeper within the water, or if we go above the sky, there is space. You know what I'm saying? We can get inside of a rocket and go to different types of planets. Well, these planets are still alive. My main point to y'all is this, is that we are one nation, okay? And we have one race, even though we have different forms of living, even though we come from different ethnicities or cultures and stuff, even though we have a different way of doing things. You know what I'm saying? Like in Chinese, Africa, many of those, India, they mainly stock up on rice and things like that. You know what I'm saying? And we mainly stock up on chicken. You know what I'm saying? Because we have plenty of it and they have plenty of rice. You know what I'm saying? These are some of the things that we do. But me personally, I get to get some form of understanding of every culture, even Haitian. No matter what color my skin is, there's different races. There's Haitians, there's Jamaicans, there's African, there's what is it? Whatever, it's like Indian and black. Nikki is she's that kind of whatever color skin that is or something like that. She's that kind of skin, that kind of person. There's all different kinds, even though we have different pigmentation. Then when you get to the Caucasian, you know what I'm saying? There's like Europeans, there's Caucasian is really Asians. Caucasian is Asians. Chinese, Japanese, anything they got in Nice, that's the tribe. Anything that got American, pretty much is our tribe. Akin, anything that got akin is more like the tribes. You know what I'm saying? Anything that got Asian, you know what I'm saying? That's the tribe. And let me see, Indians, Ians, all these kind of things. But we are able to grow from these types of way. I get fufu. I made my own fufu. It's angel cake, and stuff in the soup. But either I get that. I have tasted all different types of foods in order to get an understanding of how, you know, Hispanics or Africans, Indians, you know what I'm saying? I get a feel of who they are, what type of kind of people that they are. If it's like, if their culture is more like with spicy food, that means that they like to dance or they like to have fun and they like to be free spirited. But if their food is more like, if their food is more, more like of a simplicity or something like that, like I oh my gosh, it was super good. These Koreans, I cannot name it. It looks almost like fishy. When I was eating meats, it looks something like fishy. It is the greatest thing I ever had. One of the greatest dishes I ever tasted. I don't, it's Korean or Japanese, but it's like this circle kind of stuff, and it's just really good. And it tastes good too. I thought it was sushi because I wanted to try whatever it was that everybody else wasn't trying. You know what I'm saying? So I can see what is this sushi stuff about that people don't like. You know what I'm saying? So any kind of food that there was and stuff, I would try it to see how they are. What they're really into and stuff. Ours is fried chicken, macaroni and cheese. Those is for mainly the Africans or the color people. Now for Caucasians, there's, well, everybody's pretty much having the same kind of like they, but there's just more like they eat more like let me see. They would eat like baked chicken or something, where we would eat like fried chicken or something like that. You know what I'm saying? We would eat more fried chicken. They would eat more like baked chicken. You know what I'm saying? But nonetheless, it's still chicken and stuff like that. Okay, they eat more like boiled eggs. We eat fried eggs. I am a vegetarian, and I've been a vegetarian for quite some time. But I just wanted to keep it simple, just like that. Pretty much. I know I kind of like got off track with some of the things, but I'm just letting you know how we are as a people. You know what I'm saying, and how we can continue to grow as, as a whole, as a community, as loving each other. You know what I'm saying? If black lives really matter, then black would stop killing blacks. If Asian matters, then Asian folks will stop, gang banging and killing each other and all those kind of things and stuff like that. All these things people will stop doing, you know what I'm saying, if they really love each other. Okay. All right. So when we stop hurting each other, then we won't have to worry about this big effect of what we are doing to each other through injustice. Because many children have been crying. They're crying out for help, and many family members, many friends, many gang related people, you know what I'm saying, have hurted, certain types of people that, that are innocent, you know what I'm saying, that have cried out. There are injustices. There are women who have been abused, that have been beat on and stuff like that, has went to the courts and stuff like that in order to, receive some form of help and everything like that, and it was kind of like denied. There are people who was placed out of their homes called squatters and all those kind of things, even though they were the ones that paid rent. Injustices, you know what I'm saying? But God is doing a new thing. Everything that they done to us is being done to them now. Jesus Christ is working thing. People try to irritate you, let it go. Just let them go. They ain't worth it. Just let them go. Okay? They're no longer worth it. Keep them separated from your life. You know what I'm saying? Allow the innocent to continue to heal each other, or the people to continue to pray for our nation, pray for our children. I continue to keep my children upon prayer and all my loyal ones, of course, no doubt about it. You know what I'm saying? I keep them connected to me and everything like that because I love them that much. Now, there are some that I have to say, please just continue to stay away from me. Stay far away from me. You know what I'm saying? Especially if all you know how to do is rob and try to come and break inside people's door and hack, even though you've been warned, I don't know how many times, not to come inside this door or whatever, not to come inside my back and stuff. Stop it. I have to say these things to people because they just act like they can't understand, but they, once they're consequently like, why me, give me another chance, and we're like, nah. You know what I'm saying, your chances are worn out. Your chances are really really worn out and everything like that. So just continue to love your sisters and brothers, have faith, have fun, do everything that is needed. You know that God is love. Okay, I love you. God love you. Stay connected. Okay, pardon. And graces. Dun, dun. What is this for? Yeah, she just said like on that thing. Or is that me just sending a message to myself? Hey guys, I'm learning more about this. Okay, you okay, y'all? You good? All right. Yeah.